Good Sunday morning, everybody. It's day 8 here in the woods, northern Michigan. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise, sun's shining. It's kind of, the air is still. You can hear all kinds of wildlife going on around us. Macy's over there, and she's so tuned into something. We just had a nice breakfast of bacon and eggs, cooked on the fire. It came out better the second time than it did the first. There's still a little bit of a problem of, you're supposed to fry the eggs in the bacon grease, but I don't know what's happening. I've got a Lodge Cast Iron pan that my daughter Haley gave me for Christmas last year, and that's been the saving grace for cooking meals. But when it comes time to put eggs into the pot, the grease is black. And I have scrubbed the pan. I've seasoned it with olive oil just a little bit. I've scrubbed and scrubbed, but I know you're not supposed to do that too much, but doggone. Anyway, so yeah, that's one lesson I'm still struggling with, or one situation I'm still trying to figure out. Macy's had a great morning so far. She's on guard. No more return of whatever it was that spooked her yesterday. We did have a weird situation yesterday. A truck pulled up at the end of the driveway, and way up there somewhere. And the green truck, 3 guys in it. They turned around as soon as they saw I was standing there looking at them, wondering, what are you doing out here? And they hightailed it around. I couldn't even get the tag on the truck. But one of them rolled down the rear passenger window of the truck. There was a 2-row cab, and waved. So I'm taking that as a good sign. But nonetheless, a little kind of creepy. And I hope that's the end of that. So Macy has been super on guard. I talked to one of the neighbors yesterday, and my mom will love this, but she says we do have a medium-sized bear roaming around here, at least one. And he came into their yard, which is about half mile that way to the south, a few weeks ago, just right in the middle of broad daylight. So I'm wondering if that's not what happened over on the hill over there, sweeping back up into the woods with Macy the other day. I probably will never know unless I really go looking for tracks or something. She's getting more and more used to being out here. Sorry, get that camera over there. Now she's taken to being a goat and eating some grass. But today we're going to work on some kind of a shelter, kind of similar to this one, for that tent. And I spent a good bit of yesterday, sorting through tubs and boxes and stuff that needs to get stored correctly in the tent. So I've got a big day of cutting ahead of me and building. Got to dig some holes. And I got this new tool from Harbor Freight the other day. I have a shovel, but this thing is supposed to be multitask oriented and helps dig holes. So we're going to see how that works. It's quite heavy, and it's got a pretty sharp tip on the end of it there. I don't know why they made the pole on this so darn thick, unless you're supposed to be able to pound with a sledge at the end. If anybody's got any ideas on that, I sure would like to know what they are, because it's not like handling a shovel. At a yard sale yesterday, not far from here, I acquired a nice reclining chair, a total of $12. And so here I've got some of my stuff boxed up, categorized, and it's going to go in its appropriate storage places today. But I just want to walk around a little bit too and show you the land out here. There's that rise over there, straight up the hill. I think that's where, well, I saw Macy when I saw her, when I came out of the tent. She was over in that grass and those ferns over there. And that's where she saw whatever she saw. And it apparently took off up that hill. As you can see, there's a quite a significant rise there. And then this is heading north on the property, and going further this way, it just drops off demonstrably way down the hill. And supposedly in that direction is the northwest corner of the property, and it's down across the tributary to the Garlic Creek. And so I'm trying to get down in there and find it. I found a road yesterday that got mine. The one I have here goes this way, and then it forks off down in there, and then it cuts in, and then it goes back to the north, loops back to the north. And by the time it loops back to the north, it starts going up a hill, and there's stuff that's grown over or fallen into the way of the road. So I'm trying to get back in there, because therein lies the key to understanding where the property lines are and where they ain't. So anyway, that's the morning update. I'm trying to figure out the best way to put some poles in here and some taller ones on that side, and then frame it, and then run some joists across the top, and then some going lengthwise, and then plus another tarp over it like that. There's supposed to be some rain. There's a 40% chance now on Tuesday rather, and a 50% chance on Monday. But if those pan out like the previous 50 and 40% forecasts, we'll have nothing. But my luck, it'll come a flood. So that's what I'm working on today. I'm also going, while I'm using the chainsaw and getting some of that wood for this, I'm going to fell some smaller, probably 2 to 3 inch in diameter straight pieces. One, I need to make me a wooden hammer, so I can use it on my chisels. And two, isn't it just beautiful out here? There is nothing wrong with the sound on your television or your device. Isn't that beautiful? It's just wonderful. It's like that all day long. Well, not at night, obviously, but there's trash to go to the city that's not perishable. And so I think one of the first things I'll do today is I'm going to get some of this dead wood. I've got a fire going, so I'm going to do some of that in the burn pile. And then I think I'm going to take the chainsaw after this. One, because it's a safety hazard, and two, because that wood looks pretty darn dry, and it looks good for getting cut up for firewood, which I need some out here. As you can see, most of what's around me is green and very much alive. So that's what this looks like up here. And yeah, that wood looks pretty it's been like that a while. It looks like some kind of wild, look at that wild entanglement with the branch. I think that's probably what's keeping that suspended, and while at the same time it's keeping this other tree, or making this other tree deformed and bow like that. Of course, now that I see that, that might could come in handy. So, anyway, so I'm looking for some legs for my desk that are like this. See, they go straight, and there's a lot of it, and you can get 1, 2, 3, maybe all 4 legs for a desk out of just that one piece. And at the same time, it gives a little more room here in the drive. And yes, it's taking a tree, but what I do plan to do is start replanting them. Not that we're in any short supply of trees growing out here, as you can see across the beautiful sunlit maple trees, saplings that are down there. I think you call them a sapling. And so yeah, so these guys came barreling up the road here, and they got to this spot, and they saw me down there, and they turned around into this, which is good to know you can turn around into that. I may have to knock that out and actually make that work. It actually looks like that could have been a place to have driven into in the past anyway, but I'm looking at some leaves of 3, but I'm not sure if they're the right. This looks like it, but the edges of the leaves are jagged. I don't think poison ivy is jagged like that. Gonna have to look. Anyway, you can see all these saplings are just growing up, rising up, and what happens when when they grow like that is they're taking energy and nutrients and stuff from the soil that help fuel and keep trees like those, and this big one here, alive. And so if you go in and you trim these out, you don't take them all out obviously, but you trim them down, and it gives more nutrients for the tree itself that you want to harvest for lumber later on. A better chance at growing. I mean, look at that pine there. I hadn't seen that one yet. That's huge. And notice nobody's growing around it. That's pretty cool too. So it's done a good job of keeping stuff from coming up out under it, because it's so dark under there. But as you can see, somebody else has been in here felling some of these bigger trees over the past few years too. So, so I'm sure somebody's waiting on this one and this one and this one, or Dad to harvest them, have a crew come out and harvest them rather. So yeah, I did not realize these 2 here were pines. Well, what you learn by walking around talking to people on camera. So anyway, that's going to do it for day 8 so far in the morning. And I can't stop now. If you so feel inclined that you're getting quality content out of these messages daily, I ask that you please give me a thumbs up. It's down somewhere. Isn't it funny how all we YouTubers say it's down here, it's over here, and it's up here instead, and it's over there or whatever. But anyway, please give the channel or this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Views and subscriberships going up demonstrably, and I deeply appreciate that. That's the whole intent here. And then if you feel so inclined to help out so that I can stay out here doing this, teaching and learning and showing what goes on out in the woods and how to survive out here, starting with almost nothing, you can help support my efforts through Venmo, and go to @DonaldJ.Claxton, and $5, $10, $20 more. Every little penny helps. There's still supplies I want to get. I need to get a larger solar panel and an energy converter from it, so that I can fuel some of my medical devices that I need. One for sleep and one for my back. The one for my back is completely out of energy right now, and I can't recharge it. So I'm going to have to go into town at some point real soon and spend a little while sitting, waiting for that to charge up. So then I can put it on my back and charge it through my skin. So things like that, donations and contributions like that really do help and are being used wisely. You can also go to paypal.me/Donald J. Claxton and do the same thing there. I am not on Patreon. Patreon dumped, what was it, Sydney Watson a few months ago because of something she may or may not have said on a completely different platform that had absolutely nothing to do with Patreon. And to me, that just went way the hell too far. And so I refuse to use Patreon, even though it would help me to do that and set up the buddy system there. What they did was just wrong. Wrong. So I'm sticking right now to PayPal and Venmo, and I really would appreciate any help and support you can give. And I will recognize you and thank you for having done so, and gladly do so. So that's it for today so far. There may be another video. Who knows how the day goes. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll see you guys all again real soon.